I was pretty fucked up as a kid and as a young adult into my early 30s. I was traumatized, conditioned. I was flailing in who I was. It resulted in some fairly destructive behaviors. Spiral into alcoholism, destroying my reputation, made it difficult to be a good mom, good friend. None of this was coming from a place of maliciousness. I was just twisted, messed up, crooked, I guess. I wasn't me. I didn't know me. I didn't love me. I didn't appreciate me. And that really changed sometime in 2018. The person I was in a relationship with at the time had a therapy appointment that he couldn't go to. And he asked me to go in his place, which was an odd request, but I was like, okay, could probably use therapy. I was really on the path in that I had the commitment to getting better, to being more whole and spiritually, emotionally, and mentally complete. But I was so not there. I was really struggling. I had this call to spiritual leadership, to mentor and tune in to God consciousness and help others tune in themselves. And I wasn't feeling very confident about it because I knew there's some issues in there, some things I couldn't reach, I couldn't deal with because I didn't even really know what they were. I just knew in some dim way that my actions and reactions in life were not getting me where I wanted to go. They weren't making me feel good about myself, and they certainly weren't impacting my relationships in any kind of positive way, nor my career, my bottom line. Nothing was really flowing. Okay, so I show up in this guy's office, and he doesn't know me. I don't know him. I think we both feel a little weird about the fact that I'm there. And I sat across from him and he said, "What do you want to talk about?" And I don't even really know what came out of my mouth. I know I had been feeling this grip of anxiety and uncertainty and self-loathing and self-hatred. Like the more I stepped up into what my calling was, the more my being contracted into these old, difficult, fear-based energies. And I couldn't break through that. No amount of meditation or journaling was helping me get there. Maybe therapy. And as I was talking, the story just kind of disappeared and I was taken over by spirit and led through this powerful somatic experience where all of the energy, I was sinking down through the layers in my body, the layers of energy, the layers of emotion that I'd never tapped before. And this therapist is sitting across from me, just watching me go through this process, and I'm peeling back layers. I'm responding emotionally, and I'm describing out loud. I'm talking this through to him as I am moving my way through these layers. And I begin to feel emotions I didn't know were there or associated with anything that I was experiencing or having a struggle with in my life. I remember being so inside my body, and I remember like hands of God gently pulling me down, holding me as I sank through the layers so that I could feel safe accessing these emotions, which were long, long buried. And as I went through this process and I went down deeper and deeper, this guy standing there, sitting there, just watching the show, I hit this place in my body where I felt nothing, a blank space. And I came out of it and I opened my eyes and I said, I feel better. He's kind of sitting back going, okay. And then I said, I think I'm going to go. And I couldn't have been there more than 20 minutes. And I was absolutely complete. And never again did I get stuck in self-loathing. Never again did I believe the story that I was not lovable. That was the start of my path to self-love, true self-love. And fast forward to today, after a consistent practice of soulmatic renewal, I can say to you, I deeply love myself. And I know my value and my worth on a cellular level. And coming from this reactive, fear-based, low self-esteem bunny that I was for so much of my life, I was operating in what you would call the not self, until I found, downloaded, was gifted the soulmatic renewal practice that I just described to you. That freed me from living out this facade of myself, this character that had nothing, no resemblance to the loving, beautiful, confident core of who I really am. And the way I have learned to let go of what is not me and to tap in and access more consistently and more deeply my authentic self, my purest essence, is soulmatic renewal. And I have led hundreds of students through this same process. And they also have experienced the radical expansion in themselves after they let go of fear and pain and suffering that they thought could never be gone. And that can be your experience too. I'm doing a live demonstration of this on August 13th. It's called my Get Unstuck Soulmatic Q&A. I want you to come to this event. I want you to bring with you something you're feeling stuck on, something that you just can't quite muscle your way through. You're not journaling your way through. Your mindset isn't shifting it. That's okay. Let's approach it from the body. I want to show you what is possible for you. And then I'm going to share with you about my Soulmatic Mastermind, which is my high-touch, big girl mentorship program. And regardless of whether you decide to go on and work with me, I want you to have this event and I want you to have this transformative experience. And then you'll know if we're meant to work together longer term. Sign up for the Q&A today. I'm really looking forward to seeing you there and helping you break through the same way that I did, the way that it changed the trajectory of my life. These are tools I want you to have. I love you.